Hey YouTube, this is Eddie, and today we're going to be saying farewell to one of the watches in my collection. It's this watch right in front of me here. It's a Shinola Runwell 47 millimeter. It's a watch I really like. I like the blue face to it. This like bourbon leather strap has been pretty good. It's a great watch, no doubt about that. But I have quite a few Runwells. They're starting to pile up. And this one is my least favorite of the bunch. That doesn't mean it's not a good watch. Doesn't mean I don't like it. Doesn't even mean I don't wear it. It's not the least worn watch in the box or anything. But I did also just buy a Shinola Duck Diver. I've wanted that for a while. And I was able to get a really good deal on that. Or I guess a decent deal on that. So that's going to be taking this spot in the watch box. And like I said, I have quite a few Shinola Runwells, and Shinola is the brand that got me into watch collecting. So not exactly a great financial decision, Shinola, thanks for that. But really do love Shinola, the brand, and I got another one, and this one's the least worn of my Shinolas, I would say, because I have this one, the 47 mil. I got this one for a screaming deal on eBay. As a Michigan State grad, the green and white is going to be worn during football season, basketball season this year. That's another thing too, though, is I don't mind big watches. This is 47 mil. It's pretty big, but I would say it actually wears a little smaller than you would think. So I think the ergonomics and the sizing are good for a 47 millimeter watch. But now that I've had this Runwell, which is a little smaller, maybe y'all agree, I think it's just a better fit for my wrist, especially if I'm at my desk gaming or typing. I can bend my hand up pretty good, to type, do whatever. And I'm not gonna hit that crown really as much and run into it. Whereas if I'm wearing this watch, you can see, right, it's definitely a bigger watch. I've found myself running into that a little bit more. And then again, like I said, when I stack this up with my other Runwells, like this one, green and white, I like the color scheme better based on where I went to school. I also really love, and I've talked about this in another video, I love my Shinola Runwell Automatic. They do have an updated, refreshed version of the Runwell Automatic. It has a sub-second dial. There's some pretty sweet looking ones. This is an older one, but I really do love this. This was my first watch I bought with my own money that was of let's say, substance or of import. It was expensive and it was not needed and it was not required in my life, but I had to get over this really big mental hump in my mind of, okay, well, that's fine. You work hard, you're living out your values, and I encourage everyone watching the video to live out their values, whether that's giving to charity, whether it's, volunteering your time, whatever. But I had been living out my values that I had personally for a while. And so I had to get over this hump of this unnecessary, unneeded thing that was expensive. I did with this watch. I love it. This is never, ever going to be sold. This is probably my second favorite watch that I have. And then I have another Shinola. It's not a Runwell. It's a chronograph. It's the Speedway, Canfield Speedway Lap 7, but similar profile, similar format, different movement. This is a chronograph, but it's similar enough in form and wear to this one. And this was a really, really special gift from my wife. I would never spend this much on a watch on my own, but she got it for me, and it really means the world to me. So these two watches are in the never sell, never get rid of, never do anything with territory. So these two, right, they can't be moved out of the box. They're too awesome. So that leaves these two, right, they don't go anywhere. And then so if I'm gonna replace a Shinola with a Shinola, it's really between these two, and I just like this green and white one quite a bit more than this one. I love the case finishing here with this gunmetal. The thing is, though, it's probably hard to see on camera. I did get a nick in the lug there, so it doesn't wear as well as maybe some silver that you can get buffed out. And I like the size. I just like this one better. I actually like this strap better than this one, but it's neither here nor there, I suppose. Point is, I wanted a new watch, saved up, had enough for one. It was another Shinola by happenstance. It was actually going to be one of a couple different ones. That one just had the best price. And so then I said, all right, well, this one's got to take its leave from the collection. So I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. I didn't sell it for particularly much, so that isn't the best, I suppose. But it's going to go back into the kind of the discretionary fund and maybe help get something nice. And I got a screaming deal on it new when I bought it and sold it for more than half. So for Shinola, that's pretty good. All right, well that's it. Just a quick little video. These guys, they're never leaving, and right, they're similar enough to this one. This is my least worn Shinola in the collection, I would say, and it's going. So this is Eddie. This is another video. What do you think about your own collection? I would love to hear in the comments down below what's a lock, safe, never selling it, whether because of the value, because of the special edition, or because, you know, your mom or your grandma or whoever gave it to you and you just can't get rid of it. And then what's sort of on the could be convinced to move block, something like this, right? I had no plans to sell this one unless I could trade it for the Petoskey Runwell I've been looking for, or in this case, kind of that good deal on the duck kind of fell in my lap. So this one was on the chopping block and it went. And I want to hear in the comments from you, you know, what does your collection look like? What are your untouchables? What are your watches maybe you're looking to move? So this is Eddie, and I'll see you in the next one.